Hello, my precious one. How are we doing today? I trust we are all doing fantastic. Today, we are going to discuss a request by one of my viewers. The request is that I speak about the challenges parents face raising kids in diaspora, especially teenagers.
I am sick of your shit. And when I'm not sick, I'm tired. I am sick and tired.
Come cool. I don't know when, because I missed that generation to be disrespectful. I don't care if somebody only a couple years old. It was always yes, sir.
Sacrifice so much to give your child life. At a certain point, you have to let them go and make their own mistakes.
Raising teenagers is like a whirlwind. It's intense, unpredictable, a lot of turbulence, mood swings, peer pressure here and there. It's not easy. However, I want to encourage us that with mutual respect, understanding, very open communication, and I want to add prayer, I believe that at the end of the day, everything will work out. I'm Dr. Precious, and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, please like this video so we can continue. Now, a lot of you may remember there was a story that went viral about a kid, a Nigerian kid, that was yelling at the mom and eventually broke everything in the house, was scattering the kitchen. I don't know if you all remember. I think it happened maybe in London a few years ago, but it went viral. So, and a lot of people saw that and they were just appalled. However, I want to tell us that that wasn't actually an isolated incident. It happens a lot. A lot of parents are facing abuse from their children. You know, a lot of parents don't know what to do, where to get help. They're backed in a corner. So a lot of parents are facing challenges because of the way the system is structured. You can't really discipline the way we discipline back home. You can't really do things the way we did back home, because back home, a community raises the child. So even if you're lacking as a parent, if you're not present as a parent, whatever the case may be, you have the community to do it. Like if you get spanked by an auntie and you come to report to your mom will probably spank you again and ask you, why do you go and disgrace me? You want to act like you don't have home training, blah, blah, blah. But here, sometimes, I know sometimes it's the system, but sometimes it's also partly the parents. Because some parents begin to think, oh, it's American children, it's London children, is these children, is that children. No, there's no such thing. It's your children. And you have to take up the responsibility that was handed to you by God to bring them up properly. So I want to say that it's not always the system. It's part of the things that I want to highlight in this video. Sometimes we are partly to be blamed, okay? Because we get the idea that in diaspora, we're not supposed to discipline children. No, you can discipline a child. It's just that you have to do it with tact. It's not like back home that you can start beating a child and leave marks all over their body and things like that. Here you have to you have to know how to discipline. You have to make a formula, a way to discipline that will not seem like abuse. Because really sometimes back home children are also abused because everything done in excess is bad, like I always say. So you have to map out a way or ways to discipline your children without getting in trouble. It's extremely possible. And let me tell you, even these authorities, they discipline their children. They know children needs to be disciplined. So I don't think anybody will be mad at anybody will take you to jail or do anything to you because you disciplined your child. And discipline is different from abuse. As long as they're not being abused, issue is allowed. So today I'm going to talk about a few ways to help in raising children, and hopefully that will make them to grow up to be well-rounded adults and to behave better. I'm going to give some keys or some techniques that one can use to help in raising children. Now, I want to put a disclaimer that I don't know it all. I don't know it all. If I say anything that you don't agree with, or if I say anything that is wrong, please correct me. I'm open to learning as well. I haven't figured it out. I haven't mastered it myself. We are all learning together. However, I do believe that these things that I'm going to talk about, if applied, will help one raise some well-rounded, good children. So number one, I want to mention that if your child is a teenager and you're starting to discipline, you're starting to instill respect, you're starting to do those things, it's almost too late. You have to start from when they're young. When they are very, very young. It's even these babies in the cradle. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Don't let them fool you that they're babies. They know what they're doing. So as early as 4 years old, 5 years old, start sending them message. Don't let them sit and cross their leg while you do everything. You cook, you clean, you wash dishes, you do why the children are playing games. They're playing with their phones. Why? No, if they keep doing that and by the time they're teenagers, you want to take away that phone, it's not going to work. They're going to think like, oh, what is going on? What is wrong with you? Because they're not used to it. You have to start from when they are young. That's the number one technique. You have to start from when they are young. So another thing that I want to add is while you're starting from when they are young, there's few things you must instill in a child. Few things you must instill in a child. But before I continue, I want to say that if your child is special need, I want to tell you that this, what I'm saying, may not apply to them like that. Special need children need special ways to be handled. So you as a parent of a special need, please be their advocate. Please love them. Please respect them. Please teach them as much as within your power because they are special and they are very wonderful and we love them. Now, another thing is you must teach them respect and discipline from very early age. For example, if your child talks back to you any kind of way, don't laugh no matter how cute you think it is. No, you have to correct them because they hear these things. They hear it from TV, they hear it from school, they hear it from their friends and they bring it home and they come. Maybe you tell them, they say, "Mommy, shut up." And you start laughing. "Oh, Junior said, Mommy, shut up. That is cute." No. You have to correct it immediately. "No, you don't tell me shut up. I'm your mom." Is disrespectful. So you have to be able to teach them respect. And if you see them disrespect an adult, handle it right away. Handle it right away. Even when as they grow up, even if they respect, for example, I want to touch a little bit about divorced parents because nowadays divorce is amongst our people is on the rise, unfortunately. But if your child is with you and you see them talking disrespectfully to the other parent, just because you want to buy their favor, you keep quiet. Or you see them disrespecting the other parent, you keep quiet because you want to buy them favor or because you're mad at the other parent. No, you're not hurting the other parent, you're hurting that child. Because what you're teaching that child is that it's okay to disrespect an adult. And one day, guess what? They will do it to you. So just because you're their friend right now doesn't mean that they won't turn on you one day. So you want to keep discipline, you want to keep it straight no matter what. No matter any situation or circumstance, you want to make sure they learn the right way and they keep it the right way. Another thing you must teach a child as they grow is disappointment. Disappointment, yes. What do I mean by that? Make sure they know because they're going to grow up, they're not going to get everything they want. No, they won't. Make sure they learn that from beginning. For example, have you been at the store? I've experienced this many times. Have you been at the store? You see this child, maybe 7-year, 9-year-old, 11-year-old, and maybe they want to get something that their parents cannot afford, and their parent says no. They turn themselves upside down. They start yelling, they start kicking, you can tell, obviously, that child have never had no before in his or her life. That was the first time, and they can handle it. They lose it. So you have to start teaching a child. Sometimes when your child asks you for something, even though you can give it to them, say no. As long as it's not something they need, but something they want, say no. Don't always give them everything they want. Let them get used to hearing no. You see, saying no is the area that I'm extremely good at. I can say no. Yeah, my parent did it to me. I'm going to. It's revenge time. No, just kidding. Okay, back to the video. So you have to be able to say no. Another thing you have to do is you have to be their friend. From when they're young all the way to they're adults, you have to be their friend. Make sure you are in the know. Make sure you brush up yourself. For example, you have to know what an Instagram is because that's where they are. You want to know what TikTok is. You want to know what Facebook is. You want to know what YouTube. You need to know these things. So when they're on these platforms and they start misbehaving, you will know. You will not be completely oblivious of what they're doing and checking on them. You know, be their friend on these platforms because if they're avoiding you, there must be something they're doing that they don't want you to see. So be in the know, so you'll be able to kind of grow along with them. I know sometimes some of us are, you know, we have a child when we're much older, so the generation gap is too much. However, you just have to bridge that generation gap. You need to learn, you need to be in the know, you need to brush up yourself, you need to grow so you'll be able to know what these kids are doing in order to be able to guide them accordingly. Another strategy that I think will work in raising kids is make sure that while being their friend, that you can switch. For example, be their friend. Yes, you can talk, you can gist, you can laugh, you can talk to them about anything, but know when to switch to being a parent. Like just because you guys are laughing and talking doesn't mean they get away with things. When you need to put on the parent hat and switch and be a parent, you know how to do that. You know how to instill discipline. You know that they know that even though, yes, we're friends, but I am still your mother, I'm still your father, and you dare not mess up. So know when to do that. No, be able to say no. Like if a child is, you know, they're going to school Monday to Friday, don't let them have computers. Don't let them, you know, if they're telling you that they need computers, that's why you have to be in the know, because that's why I know these things. If they're telling you, oh, I need computer for my school, no, they have a school computer that they block out every other thing that they can go on the internet, but it's limited where they can go and where they cannot go. So make sure that you don't just give them a computer just because you think they need it for school. They can still have access to the internet, but with limited data to where they only use it for what is beneficial. Don't let them watch TV during the week. During the week is school time, unless they're on holidays. So these are the things you can do. Another thing that I think is extremely important is, especially for the girl child, make sure you instill confidence. Make sure you're spending enough time with them. Instill confidence in your girl child. Instill confidence in your boy child. Let them understand that the sky is their limit. They can do whatever they, as long as they have the capacity. They are not challenged in any way. Make sure that they know that they can do whatever they set their mind on. That's number one. Also, make sure that their self-esteem is intact and their self-esteem is what it should be. Tell your girl child that she's beautiful. Everybody's beautiful. Tell your girl child how beautiful she is. Make sure she knows how gorgeous she is. Make sure she knows that there's nobody more beautiful than her in this world. Let her know how awesome she is. Praise them. Make sure their self-esteem is intact. Of course, I don't mean go making them go doing things that they know they can do or whatever. You know what I'm trying to talk about. So when they grow up, the first man that comes, you know, there's something they call daddy issues. It's something about when a child have not had I love you for the first time, they grow up, the first man that says I love you, they follow them. They follow them. They go, you know, they get pregnant, they do this, they do that. Yeah. This is an opportunity for us to correct some of these things. Make sure your children feel loved and make sure their self-esteem is healthy. So whatever they hear out there, they're used to hearing it. Is not a big deal. So that's another way that I think you can help raise a child properly. There's another important factor in raising children. Make sure that what you do in front of them is what you want them to repeat. I repeat, children learn by watching, by seeing, not so much only by what they hear. So make sure you, the parent, is behaving well, because you cannot be running amok and you're expecting your child to behave well. So you, the parents, don't go, don't go fighting somebody in front of them, and tomorrow you tell them don't fight. So make sure, don't curse in front of them. Tomorrow you tell them you can't curse. So make sure whatever they see you do is what you don't mind them doing. So that's another thing. Another one is pray. Maybe the most important part. Pray. Take them to God. Take them to church. Make sure they know God. Make sure they have the fear of God. Teach them the word to the best of your ability. Teach them the word and pray with them. Don't just pray for them, pray with them. Teach them how to pray. Teach them life lessons. Give them ways out. Give them scenarios. Have meetings with your children. Have meetings. If it's every Sunday after church, you can sit and talk with them. Hear the things they are going through. Hear the things their friends said to them in class. Hear what their teacher said to them. Listen to them. Listen to them. These children have a lot of things happening in their life, and they want to talk. You'll be amazed when you give them audience, the things they will tell you, and you'll be able to guide them. So have meetings with them, and then listen to them, and then give them advice on how to handle that. That is an opportunity to teach them about life. Each thing they bring to you, oh mom, do you know my friend John in school stopped talking to me and started talking? That's when you let them know that it's okay. If somebody doesn't want to be your friend, let them be. It's okay. So you start breaking any codependency from beginning. So these are the things you have to do. Pray, pray, and pray. The Bible says, raise a child in his way, and when they grow, they will not depart. And the Bible have never lied. So pray with them, pray for them, introduce God to them. So that may be the final one I have. I'm sure there may be other things that I'm forgetting right now, or that I don't have time to talk about, because I know I don't want to make this video too long. I want to say that we should all try these things and do our best. At the end of the day, if the child is still not behaving well or doing this and that, at least you have the comfort of knowing that you did your part. And at that point, you hand over to God. And you just love them. You continue to love them. You continue to let them know you love them. You continue to pray for them. And hopefully one day they will come back. So that's what I want to say. And make sure, I think I just remembered, make sure you teach them responsibility. Start giving them small money. Let them handle it. Let them know how to manage money even from a young age. You can send them a message, go buy something, and give them the money to buy it. Don't shield them too much. Make sure they learn about life as much as they are learning school, because some parents focus on make sure you get 100 in every subject. Yes, it's good to get 100, don't get me wrong, but make sure they also know a little bit about life, a little bit about life strategies. So make sure you balance everything. Make sure everything is balanced. So thank you so much. I hope I have been able to shed a little more light on ways or strategies to raise children in diaspora. Please, if you have any contribution, write it in the comment section so we can all learn. Tell me your experiences. Tell me what you've seen. Tell me what you've observed. Correct me if I said anything wrong. Add to what I said if you think it should be elaborated more. So please, let's keep the conversation going. I love it. I love it, because I have been told by many people that are learning something, and that encourages me. Maybe if I haven't had anything like that, I won't be doing any more videos by now. But I'm hearing that somebody is learning something, somebody is being encouraged, somebody understanding they're not alone. So that is the fuel that propels me to make more videos. So please continue to write in the comment section your thoughts. Continue to ask questions. Continue to contribute. And don't forget to like. Don't forget to share and help the next person. don't forget to subscribe. And thank you so much for spending this little time with me. And until next time, God bless you. Bye.